EuroBasket is peaking, and today, Serbia and Turkey,
Into Jokic.
both 4-0, collide in Riga for the Group A crown. Serbia just cruised past the Czech Republic. Jokic basically in flip-flops. 6 points, 7 boards, 4 dimes in 18 minutes, then chill mode.
What a pass.
The gut punch? Bogdan Bogdanovic tore a hammy and is out for the rest of the tournament. So the question writes itself. Can Serbia win the non-Jokic minutes against Turkey's depth and pace, or will they need 40 minutes of the maestro? Tips coming fast. Scene setter. Basketball is back and loud. EuroBasket runs August 27th through September 14th. That's not summer scrimmage energy.
The ball all the way through as well. Bullying basketball.
That's crowds sing entire choruses while you shoot free throws energy. Serbia landed in Group A with Turkey, Portugal, Latvia, the Czech Republic, and Estonia. All group names are in Riga, which means 11,000 Latvians chanting in unison like a well-rehearsed boy band. Turkey and Serbia are both 3-0. They've each booked a round of 16 ticket. Their September 3rd collision? Sure, it's for the top seed, but it already smells like a see you again in the medal rounds preview. On paper, Serbia's path looks paved in gold. Best player alive? Check. 5 NBA guys plus EuroLeague killers? Check. A system that hums when the ball pops? Often, yes. And yet, you can see hairline fractures where the trophy polish should be. The highs. This could be a coronation. Game 1 versus Estonia, 98-64. Serbia's biggest EuroBasket win ever. They opened 9-0, hit a 17-3 spurt, and then it felt like a scrimmage where one team secretly downloaded slider boosts. Jokic barely broke a sweat. 11-10-7 in 23 minutes. Nikola Jokic of Miami Heat splashed 18, 32 assists. That's the blueprint. Jokic as the sun, everyone else orbiting. All the planets aligned. Game 2 versus Portugal, 80-69. Jokic went surgical, 23 points on 8 of 10, double-double, a gaudy efficiency mark that basically said you can't sit with us to opposing bigs. Serbia still got the W, even as the vibes turned crunchy. More on that in a second. Game 3 versus Latvia in a wall of noise. Another win and a national team career-high 39 for Jokic.
Incredible! This man does not know failure.
The kind of night where the box score feels like fan fiction, except he really did it. The kind where you sip water and ask, how is a 280-pound playmaker the most clutch shooter in the gym? The cracks, the Jokic problem. Let's name it. The Jokic problem isn't that he's too good. It's that he's so good, the temptation becomes, just give it to Nikola and pray. Serbia's walking that tightrope. You can win a lot of games like that. Can you win the last one like that? First wobble, Bogdan Bogdanovic's hamstring. He's not just the captain, he's the pressure valve, the late clock jumper, the don't worry, I've seen every coverage adult in the room. He tweaked it against Portugal and didn't return. That changes everything, from substitution rhythms to who gets hunted at the end of clocks. You can replace usage. You can't cosplay chemistry. Second wobble, composure. Filip Petrusev lasted 5 minutes against Portugal before getting baited and tossed. It happens. International hoops get spicy, and officials let you find out. But Petrusev is supposed to buy Jokic real rest. One swing, 0 minutes. To his credit, he returned against Latvia with 12 big points and lesson-learned body language. Serbia needs that version every time. Third wobble, turnovers. 15 against Portugal, 12 by halftime. That's not randomness, that's diet. Flashy skip passes when a swing would do. Drives into traffic when the lift and fill is open. Against Estonia, Serbia fed the machine. Simple reads, extra passes, 32 dimes. Against Portugal, they led live ball runouts. Fourth wobble, and it's the big one. Non-Jokic minutes versus Portugal. When he sat, Serbia produced 0 field goals over a 6-minute span. Zilch. Only points were free throws from Nikola Milutinov. Against Latvia, the pattern echoed. Leads looked safe. Jokic sat. The building woke up, and suddenly, you're calculating heart rate variability on the bench. The Latvia test. Hold the rope. Serbia led by as many as 16. They dominated the paint 42-22, and still, Latvia carved the margin down to 4 in the final 2 minutes. Davis Bertans splashed a bomb. Arturs Kurics heated the corner. The place levitated. Then Jokic did the thing. A back-breaking three, then clutch free throws to settle it. Without those, we're talking about how did they blow that instead of career high legend grows. It shouldn't require the cape every night. It did here. The Turkey contrast. Balance is a superpower. Meanwhile, Turkey took the same court in Riga and turned Portugal into a film session. 95-54. At one point, up 46. Portugal scored 10 in the third. Their coach got 2 techs and early showers. Alperen Sengun set the tone with 14 in the first, finished with 20 in 20-something minutes, and then mostly chilled while the bench kept hammering. Larkin poached passing lanes, ran the show, whispered mean things to the scoreboard. Cedi Osman was efficient. Furkan Korkmaz and Onuralp Bitim slotted their threes. Turkey shot 60% overall, almost 68% on twos, 45% from three, and held Portugal to is the rim regulation numbers. Zooming out, Turkey clocked Latvia by 20 in the opener, inside that same 11,000 decibel megaphone, then handed the Czechs by double digits with Sengun flirting with a triple-double on 8 of 9 shooting. Their average margin through three is around 25. 5 different players in double figures. It's not just results, it's how they're getting them. Balanced, repeatable, bored of drama. Why it matters. 2 centers, 1 chessboard. Make no mistake, Jokic is better than Sengun. That's not a slight. Jokic is better than basically everyone. But Sengun has a luxury Jokic hasn't enjoyed consistently in Serbia's first week. His team doesn't need him to be a Marvel origin story to win by 20. When he sits, the scaffolding stays up. When he plays, the reads are easy because the floor is spaced, cuts are crisp, and the second side is ready. Turkey's coach, Ergin Ataman, has EuroLeague trophies and a reputation for weaponizing star bigs inside a 5-man organism. He watched Jokic drop 39 in a 4-point nail-biter and, if we're honest, probably grinned.
Falls down, there's Jokic for the rebound and put back!
The plan writes itself. Load up on Jokic's touches, shrink the paint with late digs, make Serbia's roll guys beat you twice. Once on the catch, and again on the next catch. What Serbia can do. Create an off-ramp for the Cape. They don't need to reinvent themselves. They need to sand the splinters, stagger the creation. When Jokic rests, keep one of Vasilije Micic or Bogdan, if healthy, on, plus a roller and 2 live shooters. Jovic and Onyen Dobrik as weak side triggers make sense. Marko Gudric's relocation game matters. Make those minutes simple read city, not freelance theater. Lean on Milutinov as a mini-hub. High-low with Petrusev, get into horns, short roll to the nail, cut from the slot. You're not cloning Jokic, you're borrowing his geometry. Kill the turnovers, accept the boring pass. Larkin and Bitim turn bad spacing into layups the other way. Every neat idea skip against Turkey is potentially 3 the other direction. Win the shot quality battle. Portugal showed the trap. Mid-clock pull-ups after 1 pass versus Turkey, touch the paint twice, reverse sides, then cut the rim. You'll get corner threes or slips. The film will love you. Guard without fouling. Turkey feeds on bonus. If you bail out drives with body bumps, you hand them free points while your best players accumulate whistles. Match Turkey's 5-out spells. When Ataman downsizes, don't get stuck in a drop. Switch more, pre-switch Larkin actions, and short show to keep Jokic out of no man's land. Emotion check. That Petrusev ejection can't be the sequel. Channel the edge. Let Latvia's 4th quarter be the last time panic beats poise. The wing wars. Who wins the airspace? Serbia's guards and wings were streaky in Riga. Alexa Avramovic's point of attack chaos can flip possessions. Dobrik and Guduric each have 3 triples in 3 minutes in their bag. Jovic's size on the wing is a matchup problem for smaller backcourts. Against Turkey, those flares, step-ins, and 45 cuts can punish help that tilts toward Jovic. Flip it. Ottoman spacing with Osman in the corners. Korkmaz lifting from the slot, but team sprinting in early offense. That stretches Serbia's help. If Larkin is comfortable, he's a metronome. Make him feel human. Top lock the flare. Force him inside the arc. Then meet him with length that doesn't bite on the snake dribble. The schedule beat. Tune up, then test. Serbia sees the Czechs next. a chance to sharpen the boring stuff. Fewer live ball turnovers, cleaner second units, quicker decisions in Spain pick and roll. Then Turkey on Thursday, likely for the group. The difference between finishing first or second can warp your knockout bracket from manageable gauntlet to good luck. Here's 3 giants in 5 days. Jokic specifically. Stop me if you've heard this. Through 3 games, he's averaging something in the neighborhood of 24, 10, and 5 on volcanic efficiency, with a dagger rate that makes you question whether nerves are a myth. Against Latvia, the man hit 15 shots, many of them contested, many of them, oh, okay, just that then. He warped the paint, the whistle, the camera angles. But the whole point of this conversation isn't to question him, it's to interrogate the environment around him. Championship teams don't just survive their stars' breathers. They steal a few minutes, they tie the rope, they keep the crowd from smelling blood. Serbia's ceiling is banner high. Their floor, in the wrong rotation pocket, has been wobbly.
Jokic got it down one, sliding down to the...
Turkey specifically, the machine. Sengun is all pivots and patience. He'll show the ball like a street magician, then pivot you into a layup. He can live in the high post, hit cutters, and punish switches. Larkin's the ignition. Osman's the unbothered veteran who suddenly has 14 without you noticing. Korkmaz is the heat check who always assumes he's warm. Bitim is the athlete who fills in every seam. And their collective defense, walls built on time and trust, has been rude. They don't need Sengun to outplay Jokic. They need Sengun to hold serve while their depth stacks runs in the second quarter. That's how their first week looked. That's the film Ottoman will dream on. The quiet middle matters. 7 good minutes. This, ultimately, is Serbia's ask from everyone not named Nikola. Be average when he sits and be loud when he draws 2. That's it. Hold the rope for 7 to 10 minutes, then be violent off advantage. Hit the corner, cut backside, throw the punch before defenses reset. If Bogdan's back, the math improves immediately. If he's not, the role clarity has to tighten. Who starts the action? Who finishes it? Decide, then live in it. The stakes. Is this a team or a superhero movie? Thursday isn't just about top seed and a nicer bracket line. It's a thesis defense. Can Serbia win a high-leverage game where Jokic is brilliant but not supernatural? Can the second unit trade baskets instead of bleeding runs? Can the guards turn closeouts into layups instead of escape dribbles? If yes, this looks like the inside track to gold. If no, you're one cold whistle, one hot opponent, one 6-minute drought away from a "how did that happen" exit none of us want to see. Final buzzer. 2 answers, 1 question. Turkey looks like the most balanced machine in the tournament. Serbia has the best individual answer to any problem. Which one travels deeper in September? The machine or the answer? Tell me who you've got on Thursday and why. Do you trust Serbia to solve the non-Jokic minutes? Or are you riding with Turkey's depth and discipline? Drop your take. And if you're as joyfully sleep-deprived from these group games as I am, stick around. We'll keep breaking down the chess between the buckets all the way to the podium.